Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Johnny, Marie. Good heavens, you guys hear that? Marie's here. Marie, say hi.
Hi.
There we go. I got Hugh, Carlos, and Emma. You're like, who's Emma? Well, Johnny actually has to babysit during the show. And if there's one
you
thing
don't
Johnny
babysit
loves,
your own kids, by the way.
oh, he does. He does.
Oh yeah, for sure I do.
Welcome to the show. Have you guys all watched Peacemaker? And I know Marie, just say no.
No.
No. Marie, do you know what Peacemaker is?
No.
Good. I like you. Thanks for coming. You know what? Let's
I was
start.
thinking before I
We're
logged
gonna-
in, like, why am I logging
we're
on?
gonna-
I don't know what the hell they're talking
We're-
about.
we're
I
gonna-
haven't
Let's
been
talk about the
paying
Tinder
attention.
swindler because I think Marie can.
No, we're talking
relate
about the
about that a
Tinder
little
swindler. But let's talk about something that's more up her alley since she's first time back in like 5 weeks. The women's soccer team is now going to get paid equal to the men's soccer team. What do you think about that, soccer pro?
I don't care.
See, there we go. See, I knew it. And then you're
There
the
she is.
exact reason why they shouldn't get paid that much money.
You were the women's last hope too. You're
Yep.
the only soccer player among
You were the
us.
representative.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize I was the Luke of this soccer generation. My bad.
The Luke, like Skywalker?
He said I was the only hope.
Oh, yeah, I like how you put that together.
Look at
nerd.
you. Wow.
Super nerd.
Super nerd.
Ah, super nerd. So yeah, so they actually are going to get paid the same as men, and we've talked about this before about pay equality for women's sports and how it doesn't really equate. Winning doesn't make you shouldn't get paid more because you win. You should get paid more if you can attract an audience, a viewing audience on television to get yourself larger ad dollars. Therefore, that's how you get paid.
I was just thinking about this about 5 minutes ago because I was looking at the topics and I was thinking whoever agreed to but to pay them the same is probably looking for some kind of like political angle on this.
I mean, it was a lawsuit though.
Oh,
It's not
just
like
kidding.
they let
Yeah,
them
but
get
it'd still
paid.
be a judge.
Who's
wants to
paying?
get
Who's paying them?
The U.S. Federation, Soccer Federation. Yeah.
$24
Never mind,
million.
just kidding.
No, but you're not wrong though, because somebody somewhere is trying to prove a point. Johnny brought this up before the show started, how the WNBA sucks. And they should.
That's it.
That's it.
I said
And
more than that.
How players in the WNBA, their max contract per year is only $250,000. And again, that's because nobody watches it. The only reason they're even on TV is because ESPN needs content. They need to fill hours on television. So they will pay for it. They will pay the bottom dollar for it, but they will pay for it. I could tell Hugh's like, I got to say something. Women's rights, women suffering. Hugh, go ahead.
No, I
women
wasn't
can
going to
vote
say
now.
that. No, I was going to say that are the men's ratings that much better?
I can
1000%.
I can guarantee the men's
Are they?
ratings are
Are they
10
really? 'Cause I don't
times
know.
better than women.
I don't
I
know
mean,
though.
for
I mean,
U.S. men's soccer, I don't know. Maybe for like European soccer or La
Sure.
Liga or Mexican leagues or whatever. But I don't know about U.S. soccer.
But you have to also understand, U.S. men's soccer is primarily showed on ESPN, and I bet you they pay tenfold for those rights over women's soccer.
Do they show regular league games? Because the only time I ever see the U.S. men's on TV is when it's a tournament, like World
Yeah, they
Cup
show
or-
exhibition games.
Or a
Yeah.
FIFA qualifier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But I don't ever see team sports
In what
or
sense?
like league
MLS?
sports. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm lying. I'm
Yeah.
so dumb.
Our line.
Oh, I haven't been here for 5 weeks and I forgot my brain.
But I gotta
I don't know how to speak English anymore.
agree with Marie though. Who is watching U.S. men's soccer? I mean, they're not a good team for one. And so them getting paid the same or the women getting paid the same, that's fine.
They
ahead,
won
Marie.
three
That's my
of
point.
the important tournaments on this side of the hemisphere this past or before COVID though. They won like, or maybe it was last year, I don't remember. They won like the Copa America. They won like the one that's between the three of us. I think they won like 3 tournaments. That was a pretty big deal.
No, you're right. The thing is, it's not about women won this many or men won this many. It's how many people watch. That's it.
Are they qualified for the 2022 World Cup
I don't
Doesn't
think
that
they.
doesn't that take place?
this year?
No,
Qatar,
in
in Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read
Yeah, I
it's
think-
going to be
yeah, they're-
in the winter time this
No,
year.
I think they're in that already. But Hugh, chime in, and what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I kind of look at the World Cup in a similar vein as the Olympics.
Wait, hold on.
Lot-
What do you know when the Qatar's winter time is? We need to know that first.
That is true. No, we should have facts on this show.
Eh,
But Hugh, you go. We'll look it up.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of look at it the same way I look at Olympic sports. A lot of them don't rate at all,
Oh,
but
it's
they
winter
pay.
right now.
They pay to support them at some level, and I don't think World Cup is any different. I think just support your World Cup teams at the same
whoa,
level
whoa.
and don't base it on
Relax.
ratings.
What you say just now is absolutely preposterous.
That's what they do, though. They
the
support
Winter
all of it.
Olympics. The Winter Olympics just ended. Who here watched 20 minutes of it minimum? Carlos?
I watched several hours of it. I love the
And
Winter
that's it.
Olympics.
I didn't watch any of it.
But it
And
still
that's
goes
because it
on.
wasn't
is what
on
I'm saying. They're
Netflix.
not going to not do They're not going to not enter a winner's Olympic team.
No,
If it
no.
was on Netflix, Lafayette would have been all over that.
You had Carlos. First of all, has a point. Streaming type of services ruin ratings for sports in general.
Yes.
But you cannot compare the World Cup to any other sporting event. I don't think people will watch anything more than the World Cup. Not even the Super
Right.
Bowl.
Right.
Like
Here?
Worldwide,
here
yes,
as
but not in the
well.
States.
Oh yeah, in the States, the
Look that
World
up.
Cup is a
Look
big
that up.
deal. It's a huge deal.
I don't think
I
as much
guarantee
here.
more people
but
watch the Super Bowl than they do the World Cup in America.
Yes.
Google it.
No
Someone-
question.
Oh,
No
Google
question.
it.
yeah,
Well,
I
according-
guarantee it.
According to FIFA, the 2018 World Cup final between France and Croatia reached a live audience average of 517 million viewers.
How many here?
516 million.
No. You probably couldn't find 10 people who even knew the game was on, much less watched it.
Oh, you're
Now
crazy.
now you're just
What?
nuts. Now you just
Wait
Well,
a second.
I'm just saying.
What's your
I don't think
favorite-
I'm.
What is your favorite?
I like
What's
I
your
don't
favorite
dislike soccer.
alcoholic beverage?
rum and coke.
Yeah, well, quit. You sound like a drunk. Johnny, you speak on up because your baby's like distracting you.
I mean, first of all, Hugh is probably a little misinformed because Florida is not really part of the U.S. They're their own little redneck armpit of America,
Ooh, buddy.
and they don't count.
We don't
They-
claim them.
Oh, I'm just saying in general. I don't think it's a big. Soccer's just not a big sport here, unless you learned it, someplace else. I just don't think it is.
Ew.
It's just never been proven.
Ew.
I'm just saying. I mean, it wasn't a big sport in my high school. It wasn't a big sport, and it's
But
not
it
as
is-
big
Listen,
it is
as Latin
getting
America.
Traction. It has been getting traction.
Yes.
As more as the women have been bringing awareness to soccer, women's soccer. So it's now because it's the number one sport amongst teenage women.
I don't
girls.
disagree with that.
Women, teenage women. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Teenage girls.
Teenage
But are you-
girls.
Sure.
Are you?
Again,
but
I
are
don't
you
know how
going
to
to
speak
say
English.
it has the same level of interest here as it does in the UK or in
26
Latin
million
America
viewers
or
in America.
in
26 million viewers in America watch World Cup.
I don't
How
know.
many
What
people
was the total?
watched?
What's that?
26
Bowl this year?
million.
26
Yeah,
million.
but what was the total audience for it?
500 and like
517
27 million or something.
So it was
117
1/40th of the total.
Yeah, but Super Bowl only drew in 18 million.
Ooh.
No,
Soccer
there's no
coming
way.
up.
There's
Soccer
no
coming
way
up.
the Super Bowl only had
No.
18 million
I
viewers.
mean, it was the
What are you
Bengals
talking
and
about?
who else?
Absolutely.
I
had
don't even
18
know who
million
won.
viewers.
I don't even know who won, but like
Wait, who won
no
what?
one watched the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Oh
The
my
Bengals
God.
were in it, and someone else was in it.
That's the point of the
Two
conversation.
football teams were in it.
Women do not watch sports. That's the,
Your
okay.
horse mouth.
Let me tell you, if I had, if
Carlos,
90
112 million.
of course it's.
Oh, I was totally wrong.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Let's back up. 112 million what?
Watch the Super
Watch
Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
'Cause-
And
of
26
course.
million people watch
Watch the
World
World
Cup?
Cup here.
World Cup
Here.
in the United States. Yes, but you have to understand that that's huge still for whatever ESPN who carries the World Cup. 26 million viewers is massive, and you have to add all the games they carry for the World Cup. It's like now do that for the WNBA in one.
Not even close. I know it's
Well,
not
no,
close.
but in one season, the WNBA probably draws
16.
16 viewers.
Yeah.
No, they probably draw, no joke, 10 million viewers for the whole season. They're not getting the money. Women's soccer ain't drawing anybody watching it unless it's the World Cup, but they're only watching it because it's the World Cup. And that's what
Wow.
the U.S. women's soccer team is banking on. They're saying, well, look what we've done. We've achieved more than the men in the World Cup. Yes, but no one cares to watch you. I mean, even Marie doesn't watch it.
Do you know in 2003 the
Watch
Sparks
anything.
Sparks shock drew 1 million viewers?
The what?
2003
Sparks versus the
in the
Sharks final.
final, nearly 1 million watched it.
And that's
850,000.
nothing.
What is that?
It's a
That was back in
WNBA.
2003, though.
2003. That's when the league started.
Well,
No, that's not
cares?
true. That can't be true because what happened to them? That's like when the Monarchs
No, they
stopped being
started
a
in like
team.
96 or something.
Yeah, they started like 98 or something.
You were
I
talking
went
about the
to
WNBA, right?
Yeah, I went to the first
Yeah,
game in
I feel like it
Sacramento.
was 2000.
I think it was
the first year.
99.
The Sparks won, and then the Lakers won the same year. So it must have been 2000.
No,
Either
it was
which
prior
way.
to
99,
that,
2000.
Prior to that.
When you
Right.
think about it,
Yeah.
90.
Emma,
I would,
Google that.
I would say 90% of sports viewers are men in general.
Someone Google that too.
And then I would say out of the 90%, 10% of those men watch women's sports. Maybe 10%. And that's a
I know a lot of people that will say, I would rather watch women's soccer than men's soccer. And I don't
You know a
believe
lot of
them.
people that sound
do
like
you do you
Yes,
punch
they say it
them
exactly like that.
afterwards?
that. Ugh. That's a boner killer voice right there.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Like,
God.
let's go watch.
Why are
women's
you like
soccer.
so obsessed with me? Oh my God.
I think Carlos told me that one time though. He'll watch women's soccer over like baseball. And
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
think he has
Yes.
like that's so stupid.
April 24th, 1996, WNBA started.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so final verdict. Johnny, what's your final verdict? Do they deserve the money?
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
matter. It's
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to add to that. I mean, I'm still not going to watch it.
Yeah,
give 'em all the
exactly.
money.
They don't deserve it.
Give them everything. Nobody
Hugh,
cares.
do
Yeah.
they deserve the money?
yeah, because I don't think it's a money-making. It's not viewed as a money-making venture, as opposed to the NFL, for example.
Then why do they deserve the money?
Because if you're not looking at it as a profit or loss thing, even with the men, then the women should make the same and make the same as the men.
So are they making the money based on performance then at this time? At that,
I think
what are they getting paid on? If you're gonna just say this, just pay them.
I'm saying, and again, I'm not comparing them, but I'm saying it's similar to the US paying for all sports that all the sports they support at the Olympics, whether it's summer or winter. Many of them are not money-making sports, but they pay for them. It's just something the US does as a country. Same thing that other countries do. So they pay for their World Cup teams, whether they make money or not.
NBC pays a shit ton to have the Olympics.
Right.
So that's why they get paid.
Yeah, but some of the sports don't rate, and probably if you were to go by an
mean,
individual sport,
I would say almost 80% of the sports don't rate,
right?
you know, in the Olympics. Anyway, so Hugh's a yes. Johnny's a yes because
You
he
know
doesn't-
what? When I was 5 years old, my dad wrote me a check for $1 billion.
Oh, well, you
And
got
you
you
know,
good.
yeah, he got me good. That's what you should do with the women's
Tinder
soccer team. Just
swindler.
write them a check for whatever money they want. That shit ain't gonna be there.
Pay
They
them in
cash that
crypto.
check.
Who gets the money? Like who
The
gets
billion
the 20,
dollars?
who gets
Whoever
the
was in the
$24 million?
Women do.
Whoever
I
was
know,
in the
but I'm a
lawsuit.
woman. Do I get some of that?
Oh my God, that's
You
what?
didn't play for the U.S.
Trying to get
national
soccer
team, did you?
reparations.
Playing
Okay,
on the soccer,
he's-
U.S. soccer team.
So is it women that are going to be playing from now on or in the past?
No,
The
this
ones
this
that
point
in the
forward.
past will get paid what they were deserved, and going forward, they will get what the men make.
but I like how Marie put it. I play soccer. I'm a woman. Do I get paid?
I just want to know.
Okay.
Am I getting a stimulus check?
Now we move on to Marie, the soccer expert. Yes or no? Should they
I
get
say
paid?
yes, only because they did bring awareness to, again, like I said before, they brought awareness to soccer, to the States. Otherwise, men wouldn't really have that platform. So I would say yes, only because of that.
Carlos, yes or no?
I say yeah, because I'd rather watch them than the men anyway.
Look at this. We
And then
have
what
four
Hugh,
yeses.
I mean, what Hugh was saying about soccer wasn't big in high school when I went to high school and college, soccer wasn't big to me at the time because I just didn't pay attention to it. But we had two big teams in high school and in college.
Mia
So
Hamm,
it all depends if
like
you are paying attention or not.
Brandy
to it.
Chastain.
All right,
Like-
all right. I
Did she
will
go to your
still
school?
stick to my no because I believe that it's not a performance issue. It's still a ratings issue, and it's still who wants to pay to put them on TV. That's all.
Oh, and a little quick note for Marie. U.S. men's has not qualified for the World Cup yet. They have 3 matches left.
Who do they have to play?
Panama, Mexico, and Costa Rica.
Oh,
Who
easy.
did they play?
Boom.
What tournaments did they win a few years? It was like last year, or the year
the-
before, but they won
it
3
was-
tournaments. What tournaments
Yes,
was that?
It's
it
the one
was
that they
the-
made up, the Gold
It was
Cup.
the Gold Cup. It was the Confca Cup, I think it's called, something like that. The point being, we all
Fuck
agree
up.
the women shouldn't get anything. They should play for free and stop their bitching. We'll pay for their hotel and comp their food. All right. We'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Put the body count in the hundreds.
You see, don't you? Man, that lady's been through a meat grinder.
Celebrity Tumor presents Delivery.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Hugh, Marie, and of course, Baby Emma. Baby Emma won't speak during this show. She's just more of a presence at the moment.
Well, she can't speak yet. She
That's true. That's true.
yeah, she's a little behind in her progress.
So
Probably because I'm a bad dad. But
yes.
I already admitted that. a
What
long
makes
time
you a
ago.
bad dad?
Well, you know, just judging by the progress that she's made. Like she was playing or she was on the playground the other day
Uh-huh.
and there was other kids around, you know, saying, "Oh, mommy, slide, this and that." And then all this little bitch said was yellow. Everything was yellow. Toys, yellow. I'm like, it just made me sad. Sad for
No, you're looking at it completely backwards. She's looking at it from one perspective, and they're all looking at it from a different perspective. She's like looking at the colors, and they're looking at the dumb names of the toys. Who cares? Like, she's just thinking differently. She's thinking outside of the box.
That's right. But Marie's like a social worker or
genius.
something like that. So she can work this out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody here, except for Marie, but Marie can jump in anytime she wants, has seen Tinder Swindler on Netflix. Tinder Swindler. Hey, Emma said, yeah.
She saw it too.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
there
you are
goes
a
the
bad
mic.
dad.
There goes the mic.
So
She
Tinder
taught me how to
Swindler
swipe
on
right.
Netflix
I was swiping left for the longest time, but
is quite the, would you call it a true crime documentary? What would you call it?
I would call it a true crime documentary, but without any of the embellishment that some of them do.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
straight true.
It's basically like it says. It's a guy that gets on Tinder and swindles lady out of their money and makes up elaborate stories of his life that I have no clue how they fall for this shit. Man, I
That's why
mean,
women don't deserve to get paid as much as men, right?
that is true. Well, until you hear this, you'll feel.
It's unbelievable.
Hugh, what
Unbelievable.
what was your take of the women in the story?
So I had like a couple of takes. Like first, especially the Norwegian, like why are you even on Tinder? What's the, like it didn't seem like she'd have any issues whatsoever meeting anybody. It just was incredible to me how much they got taken. I mean, it's one thing like, I'm in deep security shit. Please send me 2,000, but it's not even 2,000. It's like 25,000 at a pop.
How about
take loans out?
You tell Marie what he told them he was.
Oh,
and then you see if it works.
All right. So my dad owns the biggest diamond mine in Israel. Or was it in Israel? Israel, yeah. Biggest diamond mine. And I'm his son. And we have business deals going on all over the place. You want to meet me for coffee tomorrow before
Hell yeah.
I take off to Bulgaria?
Don't forget, he does mention too that he's a billionaire.
Yep.
And
Even better.
on top of that, they meet at a 5-star hotel. They ride
Yep.
in
They have
limo, private jets.
They take a private jet. Yep.
They had the coffee, and then he says, "You want to take my private jet with me to Bulgaria?"
It's convincing.
You can
Yeah.
rent those
It's
out
not
for
a
a few
bad
hours.
idea.
Now
So then
Marie,
what happens?
No, Marie, this is the setup. He tells the woman that he's a billionaire, takes her on some flight, everything's fancy.
They get busy on the very first trip they take.
That's right.
Very
What's wrong
first
with
one.
that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Nope.
money. When you have money, pants come off. And
That doesn't. You guys, never mind.
No, she fell for it pretty good.
I don't think that matters, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that part mattered to her because she was impressed by that so much.
I think
Like,
she was too. She can
super
claim
impressed
whatever
by the
she wants to
private
claim.
jet,
She can claim how much
the
she was looking for
5-star
love.
hotel. She was so like, oh my God, this guy he's so long story short, Marie, he doesn't have any of this. This is all false. He just uses one woman after the next. He basically takes money from one person, uses it on the next person, and keeps
To
doing
work
that
her.
over and over to work the
Yeah.
next person, so he can constantly live this fake lifestyle that everybody believes.
This
But
is a true story.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
the thing is, he tells the women over and over, my enemies are coming after me. My enemies want to kill me. Can you send me $30,000? Can you send me $20,000?
They're tracking my phone. They
Yeah,
track
they're
long ago
my
is
credit
this?
cards.
Oh, this is
like
very
2 years.
recent. Yeah.
2 years ago.
And they constantly give him money
Still,
him up.
endlessly
Look him up. Look up Tinder Swindler. You're
To
gonna
the-
see the guy.
to the point where one lady gave him up to $250,000.
$250,000 that she had to borrow. Most of it she borrowed.
Which is crazy.
None of
Carlos?
these women had any really money. They had to borrow all of it.
All right, Carlos, your take.
Well, Mike, I'm still blown away that this guy's back on his feet doing what he does best.
Again,
It just blows me away. Yeah. I mean, and now apparently the bodyguard is looking to sue Netflix for $5 million because
go
they
ahead.
didn't ask him for permission to use his likeness or his image, or did they ask him his side of the story? I'm like, what side is there to tell, man? This guy, if you sue anybody, you should be suing Simon. This is the guy who put you out there. Like, you're his bodyguard, and he kept using that same story over and over, how Simon was attacked and they're on the way to the hospital. Send me money and this, that, and the other. I don't know, man. It's just blows me away. This guy still does what he does, but he's not the only person who does this. He's just the only one who got caught doing it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the best part of the story is he does get caught by
He
one of the
doesn't, though.
girls.
I mean,
Well, no, I get
he gets
that, but he's
caught,
not
he
the only
loses his
person doing
wardrobe,
this.
and then that's it. There's no justice here because
There
there's
is
no
none.
charges for fraud or anything like that. He did 5 months in the Israeli prison for some old shit,
Yeah, it's
Right.
and
true.
then that
Yep.
was it.
That's it.
Yeah, so he still hasn't been prosecuted on any of this shit. He's still doing what he does. I mean, no justice here. I would say one thing is Netflix probably paid the girls a nice chunk of change to pay off their debt.
No, I wouldn't.
there's-
No way.
No, they're
There's-
still paying it.
No,
There's no
so
way they
you-
paid him.
So you,
there's
so
no,
you're
but
telling
there's
me
no way
that they did this
Netflix
for
paid
free?
him that much.
No,
No.
but they're still paying.
Yeah, but
I mean, I understand.
But you
Netflix,
don't know how much they made from Netflix. You
I
don't
know,
think they
but
made a couple $100,000?
Netflix pays the producers
Maybe 50
whatever
grand,
whatever their
maybe
budget
10,
is and
15
extra.
grand.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
They got paid something, but they didn't get their debt wiped out.
I bet you over there in Europe they're getting paid for TV appearances, so that's probably a benefit for them. You know,
They're
going
doing
around
a feature
talking about,
now. They're
they are
talking
doing
about a feature movie.
they're talking about doing a movie, yeah, which would kind of be stupid, right? Because we know
the
I don't know.
story.
What's the movie?
what's the movie gonna be about? Like, anyway, so Marie, as a woman, and a guy tells you all this stuff, and you fall for it hook, line, and sinker, but he constantly asks you for money. What is your take?
I was laughing in his face like, bitch, I ain't got no money.
Yeah, no, believe me.
You know how he got around it? Because he like with one of the women, he gave her a paycheck, which of course, a pay stub that showed her making $98,000 a month. And so then he said, go take out a credit card, which she was able to get. Because she has pay stubs showing 100. Well, that's what he did, and she did.
Well, that's just dumb. That's just dumb of her. I'm a little bit more experienced. I'm not as dumb as that. I would never put myself in a position to compromise my credit for a man. And that's just I've had my ID stolen, right? Someone stole my ID a long time ago, and they were putting checks together saying that I worked at Taco Bell. And they were like paychecks.
I was gonna say, like, there's no way she could get a job there.
I just I don't know. That seems. I've also been scammed by someone on Craigslist. You know, I didn't know, but I think I've learned enough to know now. I would never do something like that. For some women, they just want it so bad that they are blinded by. Bro, he's putting you in this position now. Now you're the one who's doing illegal activity. He's not doing it. I guess technically he is.
That's true.
She's the one doing it. If she gets caught.
You're 100% right about that, and that's actually how he put it.
Got away with it.
I'm doing nothing illegal here. I'm just telling you to give me money.
He did make the check, but she followed through with it. So
he did pay one of them back. He gave him a nice check.
He gave him a check.
He took him out for a Boston Market dinner.
Yeah.
That bounced.
Well, think about it though. Think about it.
So
say you met some woman on one of these apps, right? And this woman wines you and dines you, picks you up in I don't know, say she picks you up in a Lamborghini, she drives you out to the airport, executive airport. You guys take a private jet to, I don't know, Paris.
I feel like I'm in Pretty Woman.
The morning, right? And then all of a sudden you're feeling like, damn, this woman loves me. She could have anyone she wants in the world, but she loves me. Wow. Or she wants to be with me. That's great. That's crazy. So don't tell me you may not fall for something like that as well.
You know why? Because I have seen a lot of YouTube videos. My YouTube, right? I see how celebrities, they will rent out private jets for an hour or two just for a photo op. And same with a lot of influence. They'll buy Chanel bags, they'll buy Tiffany bags, and they'll say, look, I went shopping, but there's nothing in them. Right. So I know that because I've been watching shit like that. Influencers try to scam on their parasocial relationships. Right. So I'm just I don't know. I would just and I would be well, I guess maybe I think why are you in Sacramento with all that money?
Business to be done in Sacramento.
You don't, but they wouldn't live here.
This was in London.
No. Here's the thing.
This was in London.
From
I'm just saying this.
From what Carlos said. If somebody came by, picked me up in this, where are we going? Oh, we're gonna go straight to the airport. Oh, we're gonna go to New York for 2 days. Oh, really? That's gonna be the first day? Yeah. I wouldn't think to myself, oh, this is great. When she asked me for money, no problem. I'm gonna think this person has money.
Right.
This person has no issues.
Okay, but what if all of a sudden
why are they asking me for money when they have money?
My enemies are after me. They froze my assets. They froze my credit cards. Blah blah blah. Can you lend me a couple bucks? And I'll pay you back in 30 days.
The answer would still be no. The answer would still be no. You know what? I would ask questions. I wouldn't just be here.
Okay. I don't know.
Let me
getting
jump
caught
in
up
real quick, and then you guys can judge me real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to judge you anyway.
So I almost fell for something.
Oh, hold on.
Just like this.
Hold on, we're listening now.
Just like this. So I think I was on Match. And on Match you can wink at people, right? If you like them, you can wink. That was the pre-swipe days. So I was winking at everybody with the pulse. Everyone who was dead, they got a fucking wink. I was winking like I had cataracts.
I heard that that's what guys do. They just swipe yes on everyone though. And like, because the way that the dating game works is like they get a little bit and we get a lot. So like men will just swipe at everything and women are just like picky and choosy. So it's kind of, yes.
So I got a wink back, and it was a good looking, I would say Russian looking type girl.
Mail order bread.
So anyways, it was the back and forth like, hey, how are you? What do you do? She said that she was an antiques dealer, right? And she's currently in Africa. And then I would ask like kind of specific questions like, hey, you know, like that's a nice picture. Where is that at? Oh, so anyways, I'm still in Africa. Bad news, I got robbed today. They took everything and I need, do you think you can help me out with $250 for I think she called it like a meal packet or something like that. Something I had never heard of. You know, I said, yes, yeah, sure. Little did she know my credit was fucked up and I didn't have $250. And then on top of that, you know, like I said, she said she was an antiques dealer. She was in Africa, and then Western Union like denied my transfer because it was in Africa. They're like, yeah, there's a flag here. I'm like, oh, okay. So then, you know, she emailed me back asking where the money is. And after I got that message from Western Union, I had looked up her name, and then there was all this like shit. It was just like the Tinder swindler, like people like, oh, she swindled me. Like one dude was like, don't trust this bitch. She fucking took 30 grand from me or some shit. I was like, damn. So it was, I mean, she was a dude probably. So
I mean,
right,
that's another thing.
like
Right, you don't even know if it was a
stole
chick.
the profile pic. She was like, what happened? You know, I really could use a help. And then I sent her the link to like, don't trust this bitch link.
The funny shit you just brought that my buddy, this is like even like 3 months ago, he fell for the same shit on one of the apps. And
Blows me away. That
the
blows
funny
me
thing,
away.
Johnny's story, what's fun is she was from Australia saying, I'm gonna come into Texas soon, come visit my mom because I'm from Texas. Oh, so the day she was supposed to come, oh, she told him, can you book a hotel? I'll be there in a couple of days. Can you pick me up at the airport? I told him, I said, hey, don't go to the airport. Well, why not? No one's actually there. And he's like, what? I'm telling you, no one's at the airport. So all of a sudden, he's a dumbass. He goes to the airport. He's sitting there and he calls me. Hey, you're right. I've been here for like 2 hours. I said, no shit. No one's there. He gets a text from her through WhatsApp or whatever that says, oh, my flight got canceled and I have no more money. Can you send me $700? And he sends it to her like a dumbass.
Oh my
And
God.
I told him.
My God.
And then after that, like no more communication. I was like, you're such an idiot, bro. You're such a goddamn. I mean, and you fell for it over an app. That's worse than somebody meeting you in person. And I forgot my wallet. Can you pay for this whole entire night? Oh,
Do
okay.
not underestimate the desperation of a single man.
Well, now that's a good point. Do not underestimate the desperation of those women on Tinder Swindler. Exactly. The
Tinder swindler is a little bit different in that they were wooed by the jets and stuff like that.
No,
Even
I
the second
know.
one
Yeah.
who was just a friend, right?
Yeah.
Like she gave him like 300 grand and then he wrote her a check for 500 grand. But then like it wasn't like, oh, it was only 300 grand, no big deal. She was like, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. You're the best. Like she was gonna take that no problem because she still believed his shit. You know, so it is about money. I mean, I feel bad for the girls, but initially they were lured in by the money, by the jets.
Yeah, but the
by
first girl,
fancy winners.
girl,
Johnny, the story you told us, you were lured in just by a distressed girl. You knew nothing about her. She had no money. You knew that she did antique salesperson stuck in Africa.
And that's a shit job.
And you were willing to send her you tried to send her $250.
What a
These
bum.
women were wooed by fancy cars, money, hotels, clothing. I think that's the same boat. The same boat, just different ends of the boat.
Yeah, it is. It is. But at least the guy was there, in a sense, for a month playing the role. So unlike with Johnny, he never saw this person. It could have been a dude. It could have been a 70-year-old dude.
Could have been Emma.
I would
Hey, Johnny,
give me a
thanks
little
for the
credit.
money.
Give me a little credit. I think the dude was at least 50.
Hey,
70-year-olds can't
good
work
looking
the
fella.
app and work.
That is true. No, you're right. That is true.
I'm not going to be swindled by a 70-year-old. Just give me a little credit.
I mean, the first girl was from where?
She lived
Norway,
in London.
Norway.
but She
She
lives
was in London,
Norway.
but from London, from Norway, but she lived in London.
Right. And the other girl was from Sweden. And then the last girl was from
Amsterdam.
Holland, right? You know what I thought was funny about the Norwegian? She said it at the end. The very next day, she was back on Tinder.
Yeah, because
She's
she
like-
said it wasn't Tinder's fault.
Right. And I was back.
Yeah.
And I still believe in love, swiping away. But I do agree with you, Carlos, that, you know, upon second thought, I could see it. She just seemed, for someone who's lived in two different countries and who's, you know, traveled and been outside their little town, she seemed awfully naive to me.
Listen, the first girl was just desperate. She even said, "I'm trying to find love." Oh, I can't find love.
That's
The
what,
second girl was clearly just attracted by the jet setting, vacationing, the friend one. That's it. And
she
the
was
third,
open to it. She
and-
was open to it.
okay, but
It
the
just didn't work
third-
out.
the third one was exactly the same as the first.
Right.
Oh, he was so perfect, and he told me he was a billionaire, and he took me to this and that. We even bought a place together, and he was going to take care of everything. I mean, it's just the same. They're just naive people. That's all.
The third one though got a little bit of revenge. and
Yeah,
then
well, she was
fucking
smart.
Took all his clothes and sold it.
Yeah,
Made a
loved
little
it.
bit of
I-
money back.
I love how
So
pissed
good
he
for
got.
her.
he got
Oh,
super
yeah.
pissed about the clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
I'm-
surprised
I
about
wouldn't be
the-
surprised if he fucking contacted us. Don't talk about us. Revenge is sweet, and I will get you and your family.
That's
But I was
pretty good
surprised
right
about
there.
the middle girl because the middle girl was just a friend.
So she was even more duped though, because she was probably thinking he's not trying to work me.
But the
I'm
thing
here with
is,
you.
why is he not asking his girlfriend for money? Why is he asking the friend for money? That should have been her first thought, but it wasn't. Like Lafayette said, I think she was so drawn in by the jet setting, the partying, the everywhere they went, he became as a friend because he was with his girlfriend. So everything was, oh, they're just friends, you know, and he likes to spend money on me. And now I need to help him out because now he needs money.
Oh, I think the girlfriend was in on it. Just
Oh,
like,
no,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as a my thought
Russian
process,
model.
if someone asked me,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, why
yeah.
aren't you asking your girlfriend? Why are you asking me?
And yeah, and my thing would be if I had a rich friend that took me everywhere and all of a sudden hit me up, hey, I need like 20 grand. Like,
Sure.
bro, like really, you're the rich one. Like, you know
Go
me, I
sell
don't
your
got that.
car or
Yeah, I don't got
something.
that. Yeah, you sell your car. Don't tell me to get you money. My enemies are after me. Well, you too bad.
I'm
so
one
sad.
of them. Give me money.
Yeah. Anyway, what's everybody's final verdict? Like, what was your take from it, Hugh?
I don't know if I had really, I thought it was well done. I thought it was well put together. I felt differently about the girls at the end than I did at the beginning. In the first quarter, I was like, what are you, stupid? But I felt differently about it. I mean, and now after talking about it with you guys, I think that first girl was that, you know, she claimed, I'm just looking for love. No, you were looking for love with somebody who was rich.
Yep.
That's what you were looking for.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
100%. But Hugh, you also have a swindler story. Don't hold out on us.
Well, yeah,
I
but
want
it's
to
not the
hear it.
same as that.
I just want to hear it, Hugh. Johnny
So
had
I
to
had-
tell
I-
his, and I had to tell my friends.
I opened up about his story, so
yeah, so I
tell
had
me something embarrassing.
but see, mine was similar to these girls in a way that that I had a relationship with somebody for a length of time, and I know when I look back at it that it was never going to be anything, and it wasn't anything, and she couldn't even acknowledge that we would have been like boyfriend girlfriend, and so in my stupidity, I let her have access to my bank account, and so eventually, you know, to help her out because she was having a hard time. So nothing was at the level anywhere remotely at the same level, but basically it was like 1,000 tiny cuts, little tiny 30, 20, $40 cuts until finally I woke up and said, what am I stupid? Actually,
1,000 times 40.
she
Or
actually
what
finally
kind of
said to
numbers?
me, she finally said to me, oh yeah, I've met somebody new and we're going to get married. And okay, stupid, wake up you.
My favorite
up.
part of your story is it went from she's using my money and we're never gonna get together to one day she walks in, hey Hugh, I'm getting married. Like, wait,
Well, no, she called. I was in a different city.
I know,
She
I know,
called.
but
Yeah.
How much
but-
total,
all right,
Hugh?
all right. So yeah, how much total, Hugh? Give me a number. Go ahead. I
I think the ultimate tally was 23.
Yeah, these
Cents?
holy
Dollars.
shit. Holy shit.
Thousand?
23.
God damn.
Yeah.
Good Lord. What the fuck? I know who you're talking about too, and it just makes me want to
But honestly, it was I look back, I don't
listen. I look back at that.
I say I was a stupid guy.
Okay.
I
I
was a
look back
stupid
at
guy.
that and knowing who that was. I mean, we could have told you, like, bro, she's playing you for a sucker.
I know.
Anyway,
So
Marie,
that's why I don't totally dismiss these girls. That's
what's
why
your
I don't.
final verdict of what you've heard so far?
Marie.
I mean, it's tragic.
Fair enough. All right.
Is that the question?
What was the question again?
No,
Is that a trick
Well
question?
done, Marie. That was
Jeopardy.
good. Well done.
What
Marie's
is
answer was
tragic?
a question.
One
Right.
word.
Is
That
a
was
sad
yeah.
story.
Short and
Just
sweet.
thinking about if because it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think that people are getting smarter, and then I have to like dial it back and be like, don't give people credit. They're actually not that smart.
Exactly.
I'm the smart one. They're the dumb ones.
Because you're right. Because you have to realize how many times that didn't work on women for that guy. He just finds the
But
dumb,
it's-
naive ones.
But it's also like there's movies about this, and people still do it.
I
It's like because
know.
you don't want to believe that it's going to happen to you.
Yes,
He's
right,
doing it now.
Right.
Again. Even though everybody has seen this, he's doing it
It's
again.
a Ponzi. It's a Ponzi scheme. He's taking money
Yeah.
from. He's taking
Right.
money. What's the saying? Taking money from Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
Did you guys
right?
ever see it's on YouTube, but it's about how the guy that guy Lou Pearlman, he's the creator of the Backstreet
Yes,
Boys
yes,
and
yes,
NSYNC.
yes,
He
yes,
basically did
yes,
the same thing. He
He
would have
did.
like some airline, and he was telling people that he was like, oh, I created these
Right.
boy bands, blah blah blah, give me money. And then he like took a picture of a toy plane and then told people this is my airplane, but that he was still having them like ride on other airlines. And people were like, why are we riding on other airlines? Shouldn't we be riding on our airline and riding for free? So he's like stole a bunch of money from people and stuff, and then like went and hid in somewhere like in Thailand or something, and the FBI caught him.
Now he's hiding 6 feet deep.
Yeah.
Okay. So permanently. Thanks for ruining the show, Marie.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. So tragic.
If you see
All right.
It's a tragic?
It's
Maybe?
tragic.
Is
I
it
don't know. Is it
tragic?
Oh, did you see that he signed with a Hollywood agent? He signed with an agent, and he's also doing stuff on Cameo.
People are stupid enough to pay for a cameo, just like they're stupid enough to pay for NFTs. All right, we'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, I'm Jillian Clare, the host of the podcast Thanks for Coming In. I've accumulated some pretty crazy audition stories over the past 20 years, and so have my friends.
And I was like, you know what? No, not gonna do this.
And then Disney calls and is like, we need you to come test for the Ant-Man movies.
I didn't know if my scene was gonna get cut or not.
Ooh, I could play that. Tune in every Thursday to hear your favorite actors tell the funniest, saddest, and most cringeworthy audition stories. Sometimes even the one that got away. Thanks for Coming In is available on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. We're with Johnny, Carlos, Hugh, Marie. I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, download, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Hey, did you see Peacemaker on HBO?
Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
So 4
I
out of
binged it.
5.
I
4 out of
binged it.
5. It's a DC Comics show about the character from the movie The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. And James Gunn also wrote and directed this TV show, Peacemaker. We'll start with
which one is he in
Did you
the
see-
Suicide Squad?
Did you see The
John
Suicide
Cena.
Squad
Yes.
or Suicide Squad?
Oh, I saw the one with
Will Smith.
Margot Robbie.
She's in both. So did you see the one with Will
I
Smith?
saw the yes.
Okay, he is not in that one.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He's in the new one, but it's played by John Cena. You know who John Cena is?
Yes.
Okay, so he's Peacemaker. All right,
He
Hugh.
is really like the Peacemaker though.
Yeah,
In
okay.
real life.
I like that. Hugh, you're up first.
I liked it. I thought James Gunn, by the way, I saw different directors for every episode. James Gunn was listed as the director, and then I saw episodic directors, and they were different names almost every time. So I thought, I don't know that he directed everyone, but he definitely oversaw it for sure. I liked it. I thought awesomely goofy and moronic enough. Although I thought sometimes it went a little over the top with it. I really liked the end where where Aquaman says something at the very end.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the end was great.
He said, "I don't fuck fish. I hate that rumor."
And I love that he used a real guy, for the quick. I don't know who. Two of them weren't recognizable, right? So I don't know if they were the
Superman and Wonder
Woman. It wasn't
Woman.
the actual actors. It was just stunt doubles. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
Fuck a mermaid. Is that the same as fucking a fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we got to think about it. The bottom half of a mermaid is a fish, right? How would you? Let's
like
talk
a
about that
centaur.
later.
If you fuck a centaur, are you fucking a horse?
Yes, correct. That's true. Centaurs are a horse.
Good.
Yeah.
And a Taurus. If you fuck a Taurus,
Think about it like this: the part that you are fucking is the horse.
So if you titty fuck a mermaid.
That's different.
Yes. Yeah.
That's different.
That's different, though.
Yeah.
Then you just speaking of that, the first butterfly was very.
First of all, this has gone way out of line.
The first butterfly was
I have
very
questions.
hot.
Yeah. The first butterfly was hot.
How do you?
Oh,
wait. But you thought the first butterfly in existence.
Yes.
That's what I'm
talking about.
Johnny,
Peacemaker, and
Like,
you
how
guys
do
are
you
talking
know
about
this?
fictitious.
Well, he
fucking
was there.
butterflies.
He was sitting
Yeah.
next to Adam and Eve when this butterfly came by.
You know the
Is that
best
a
part?
butterfly?
Laughing.
Damn,
The
that's
best
hard.
part. The best part is Adam and Eve were just doing their thing. All of a sudden, a third guy walks in. They're like, "Wait, what? You've been here the whole time? Wait,
Yeah, I'm just
you guys
following this
get here?
butterfly. It's beautiful.
Just following the butterfly.
Fucking butterfly.
Hey,
And
guys,
I
let
guess-
me ask you a question real
Did you
quick.
see a snake around here?
What's the
This is a
question?
little off topic.
No.
Way off
So,
topic.
so this is a little candy jar of M&Ms.
Yes.
I got it the last time the Lakers won a championship, so it's a little old. It's full of M&Ms, and I'm letting my daughter eat the M&Ms. How bad is that on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's
I guess
fine.
my question to you is:
How much
Are
do
the
you love your
M&Ms
daughter?
from that
That's the
time
question.
period?
The M&Ms are definitely from
They
the
are
time
from
period.
that time period. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
So
It's fine.
what, she
don't
she
think
was
candy
eating them
goes
today.
bad.
Yeah.
she's eating them right now, and it's she's not crying.
When you
So
put her
I'm
to
gonna
sleep,
keep-
just whatever the last things you want to say to her, say it. All right, let's go back to Peacemaker. Carlos.
All right, well, bye, baby. Fuck it, I'll have one too. You and I will go.
I like how it's like
together.
cyanide. I'll have one too. Fuck it. We're all gonna die. Oh, man.
Not terrible.
All right.
Not
Not pretty good. Are they plain M&Ms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not good then.
The shells
Carlos?
white, or are they still the same color?
No,
They're all purple, white, and
they're
gold.
all Laker colors.
Laker colors.
Yep. All right, Carlos.
Yes,
Your
the candy
take.
shell kept those just fine.
Your take on Peacemaker. Go.
What a great show. I loved it, man. It was hilarious. It's got enough action and violence and swearing and nudity. And it's
I
just
love
not what
swearing.
a comic book show.
random.
But it totally went it went over the top, but went over the top good. You know. I love seeing Vigil Annie finally in live action, although he's not the same character in the book, just the costume is the same. But I mean, all that. I mean, even the best for me though was Eagly. Eagly was the best. That bald eagle, man. Just the whole show was great.
When he would hug him, it was great.
Yeah, and he seems to, and Peacemaker seems to know some sort of fact about every superhero that he's looked up on Google. So it's got to be true because it's on the internet. And I mean, John Cena alone, I'm not saying he has a great range, but I'm saying just the range that he played, the comedic role that he did as Peacemaker, man, it's great. He did a great job. Great job.
Johnny?
Who's a better
You're up.
actor, The Rock or John Cena?
Oh,
I want to say
The
John
Rock.
Cena. John
Hmm.
Cena.
I would say the John Cena has one character where he shines, like just like Channing Tatum in Free Guy, like just that comedy role. Like John Cena in that movie Sisters, the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler movie, was fucking hilarious. He played a bodyguard, and his one-liners in the train wreck, he was hilarious.
Cock blockers.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he was funny in Cock, playing the dad, trying to stop his daughter from being late on prom night.
Mhm.
No, if I had to cast one or the other for the same role,
I'm not casting The Rock as Peacemaker.
I didn't say the
No.
Peacemaker. I
You
just
said
in
same
general.
role. You mean just the same role as if?
Yeah, if they're up for the same
for a
role, whatever.
Well, you're gonna cast The Rock because he brings in the dollars. But if you want to bring in talent, you John Cena, because The Rock.
Do you know how much trouble you had saying that, the talent and John Cena in the same sentence? You want to get talent.
Well, because I was thinking at the same time what you were saying. The Rock is the same character in every role.
I thought he said that about
Every
John
role.
Cena.
I know, but
I think the difference really is if you're gonna do a comedic role, John Cena. If you're gonna do an action role, The Rock. That's how I look at it. So comedic roles, definitely John Cena.
Well, add Bautista into that conversation.
We're not. No, God damn it! You and your wrestlers. I mean, Batista's a better actor than both of those guys.
Yep,
that's
and
true.
and he can do comedy.
action
Hey,
and comedy.
Bautista.
Yeah, he can do comedy. He's better than both. Roddy Piper's better than all of them. Okay, Johnny, Peacemaker, go.
I enjoyed it. I liked all the characters. Every character had its little thing that I liked. The tiny little Asian dude who whooped the shit out of everybody.
Kung Fu
Vigilantes. Vigilantes. His lines were hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had a great part. I mean, I would say my least favorite characters was the Adebayo.
Okay. I mean,
she
was
was
a
okay.
good character.
She was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I even liked Diebeard. Diebeard was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
Anonymous.
Overall, I mean, it was great. It followed along the same lines as the second Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And that was a good movie. Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, good show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope they do another season.
They already got signed on for it.
Well, shit, you just gave me some great news. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
Perfect casting of the dad too, by the way. His dad.
The whole thing was good, man. I mean, Vigilante was my favorite. At the end, when they let him loose and he did all he was just killing everyone at the end, basically doing his best Deadpool impression. He was jacking everybody up. But
that's true.
Man, it was just a fun show. So different for a superhero show. So goddamn different. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a good show. Can't wait for season 2. Hugh, your score?
4. Definitely.
Carlos,
Definitely.
your score?
4. And I like how you said Vigilante kind of just did his thing. Like one of my favorite parts is where Peacemaker couldn't kill the family. The Vigilante's like,
he just
step
smokes
aside. He just takes a sniper rifle and starts smoking these people. Yeah, exactly. And then when he gets caught, he starts making all those stupid faces or they can't identify him in a lineup. That's fucking hilarious.
No, but everything about that character was hilarious. At the end, when they're in the hospital and John Cena goes, "You should probably check yourself in. You've been shot." Nah, I'll be all right. He's been shot like 5 times. He's like, I'll walk it off.
Falls over.
Oh, my favorite part in that, well, besides the final scene with Aquaman, was a human torpedo. That shit was so funny.
Yeah.
If I had that power and I put the fucking helmet on, you guys know that you're going flying.
Dude, that building would have came down easy when she missed and hit the wall. Like I said, everything was good about that show. Johnny, what's your score?
Solid 4.
So 4 is all around. Marie, what's your score?
4.
Yeah,
Marie, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Wow.
You know what I love to those little outtakes where the guy who took over the police chief role and he's like trying to cry.
Oh, yeah,
each episode had a end credit, a post credit scene.
Had a post credit scene. Yeah. It was a perfect pairing of. I love how Vigilante right away. He's my best friend. Peacemaker's my best. When he named off his 3 best friends, it was Peacemaker, and then it was Eagly, and then Adebayo made a distant third. It's so stupid. Oh man, and then his love for that band, for that like Swedish rock band or whatever. Like, yeah, it was hilarious. All right, well, there you go. Little Peacemaker action. We'll be right back after this on Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Now hold on a second. Check that shit out.
It's that time again. Check out our latest episode where from the upcoming season 4 of The Oval on BET, the Sisters spinoff, Zatima, and the O'Shea TV series, special guest Courtney Washington stops by the show. She talks about everything from being a flight attendant to linking up with Tyler Perry to creating her own projects. I mean, what can't she do? Plus, we got more on current events, sports, music, entertainment, and everything Hollywood. It's a new year, but we're still your favorite podcast, the Just Acting Up Show.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast. Here with Johnny, Carlos, Hugh, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. And of course, Emma is still with us. I think she's taking a nap or rolling around. She did shit herself, but that's been taken care of.
Don't judge her.
Don't judge the baby. Kingsman. Now, this is the latest Kingsman movie. It is actually the first Kingsman movie in order. It is how the Kingsman started. If you've seen the first two that starred, I think Sam Jackson was in the first one, right? He was the villain in part one.
Edgerton or something like that.
Yeah, what's the guy's name, the main star of those movies that played Elton John? Oh, I forgot his name.
Isn't it Taron Edgerton?
Taron Edgerton?
Something like that.
Huh. Like
Taron.
Huh. I'll
Did I
take
just
it.
make that up?
Yeah, I don't
no,
know.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
So Kingsman, which I thought was pretty good, actually takes legit historical facts to craft their story, which I thought was really good. Just the way they built it out was pretty genius. Like it wasn't over the top. The other Kingsman movies are over the top. This one wasn't as like crazy as those movies. We'll start with Johnny. Johnny, Kingsman, go.
So what I liked about it, had decent action. I didn't really buy Ralph Fiennes. Fiennes. I didn't really buy Voldemort as a ass kicking type of dude. Even after he got his new leg, after Rasputin fucking licked it. So that scene, right, where Rasputin fixes his leg, nobody really talked about it. Like they went in, and then his son and the butler fought him, and they didn't say, "Hey, Dad, why are your pants down? And why do you have a boner?" Like I feel like there should have been discussions about that.
You wanted that scene in the movie?
That's true. That's true.
How would you react if you let some dude lick your leg
I'm
voluntarily?
going to fix it for you. Let me fix it. Let me fix it.
I don't know if I would feel thankful that he fixed my leg, or there have just been other questions.
But would you talk about it afterwards?
If somebody asked me about it, yeah, I would have to explain the boner away. And Voldemort had a fucking boner, you could tell. It was good. After watching the movie, I looked up some of the historical facts, like the Rasputin being killed, like they had poisoned him, and then they went down to like check him, and he fucking woke up and started running away, and they ended up shooting him in the head. But like, could you imagine like trying to kill somebody and they just keep coming back like a zombie movie?
I mean, they shot him twice before he woke up.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Yeah.
Rasputin, like the guy from
Russia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that Rasputin. Yeah.
He claimed that he'd be needing what was the poison they were using, and he had been building up his tolerance. Cyanide, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have killed him. I would have kept him around to help, have him heal shit. He was a fucking miracle worker.
They didn't think that though. They thought he was fucking the wild.
They were trying to stay accurate to historical facts.
Yeah.
The assassination of Archduke.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Close.
So I went into a little wiki journey,
deep dive into that.
Little deep dive. So I like that. I didn't see the son dying the way he did.
Yeah,
that was interesting. But
that was very surprising part of the movie.
Yeah. And did you buy that the network of housekeepers was saving the world? A little bit,
sort of, kind of. Yeah. I mean, because they're purposely planted in those positions. That's the purpose, right? So, yeah. No, I mean,
overall, I enjoyed it, but I would give it a 3.5, something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's a good score. I think that's a good score for that movie.
Yeah.
Hugh?
Yeah, I actually agree with 3 score, and I do buy that. I think actually that's a perfect way of infiltrating various governments around the world, is not through the front door, but through the back door with somebody from a domestic servant. Like, I think that's a perfect way of doing it. So I bought that. I'm just not big war movies, national pride and all that, which is a big part of it. I get it. It's part of the time of the era of the movie, but It doesn't do that much for me. I'm not a big war movie guy in general. And I know it's just to further the plot of this, but it's just, but I did like the Rasputin character. That scene was funny. You know, the leg licking scene. I didn't see, I thought, okay, it was almost like he's like, well, I got to keep playing the game so we can get this in motion.
Yeah, but did he have to
now
have an orgasm right there?
That's what I'm saying.
It just made me a little awkward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, how far are you going to play the game there? He's looking your leg now.
Whatever it takes for country.
I agree, though. That's what I would have given it, a 3.
All right. And Carlos?
I gave it a 3 because it was entertaining, but I thought overall the movie was too long. It could have been scaled back a bit.
What do you think they could have cut out? What do you think was unnecessary?
I wouldn't say unnecessary. I don't know. Just the whole son part just kind of dragged for a bit, and like him wanting to break out and do whatever he wanted. Didn't want his dad watching him all the time, and just every time they kept going back to that secret society, that bald dude and this fucking goat. I'm like, dude, okay, we get it. The build up, and then the build up at the end was like, oh, that's who it is. I wasn't that surprised. I'm like, oh, who cares?
Yeah,
big deal.
I was surprised that he was a bad guy. I didn't know who it was. The whole time I was like, man, who the fuck is this guy? I didn't know it was that guy because that guy didn't have that big of parts in the other role he was playing. So I did not know who it was. I was like, this better be a good fucking surprise. I'll be honest, I was let down by who it was.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think Carlos is saying.
Yeah.
That I did once they revealed him, I was like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? That's how.
What did you think about the son still wanting to join? Like, he helped kill Rasputin, and then now he wants to go to basic training. Like, after everything, I don't know if I would. I feel like you're dumbing yourself down, like your experiences. If you've already played in NBA finals and then you have to like go back to the G League or something like that. It's just, I don't know, a little insulting.
All right. So Carlos,
like if they told me to do like push-ups or KP duty, peel potatoes, I'd be like, fuck you, I killed Rasputin. What'd you do?
Right.
But nobody would know that though, because you
well,
can't really
he had to trade
let that
places
out.
with that other
I would be
guy.
telling everybody.
Oh, okay.
I'm all about attention.
Right.
bad, bro.
Fucking pats on the back. I'm trying to like swindle people.
I hear you. Tinder.
On Tindler.
Tindler.
Well, I kind of felt bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm like, that's the best role you could get, buddy.
Wait,
30
what role did he
seconds on
play?
screen.
Which part was he?
He was the
the
one who
bad guy,
switched.
right?
He was the one who switched places with the son.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that was him.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
why is he in the secret society? Like his son?
Because he just took the son's place. So I guess the dad
Yeah,
was
he
like,
just
"Well, you're
switched.
fucking here, so you might as well sit where my son was gonna sit." Because right.
That's
And I was
literally
like,
all it is.
I
What
guess.
does
I
that
mean, they
mean?
could have put the gardener in there. And
No
it would've been
shit.
The same thing.
Does that mean they're gonna make a sequel and he's gonna have a bigger part? Because he's not. I mean, he's not a small time role guy. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, that's it. That's all he gets. This guy fought Godzilla. God damn it.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, so what's your rating?
I gave it a 3, but
So
I
we
think
got-
I'm gonna go 2.5.
Just drop down again. The more he talks about it, let's cut him off. I'll give it a 3. I did like the historical facts put into it, like the fact that was it the Russian leader's family got executed by the photographer?
Yeah,
was
but
it-
that one.
That's
I looked
actually
that up. That's not completely accurate. They
Well,
were executed for
they
sure.
were
but-
executed and dumped in a freaking like a well or some shit. It was wild, absolutely crazy. Yeah. I like the historical side of it. I didn't like the villain in the end. Just like, oh, it's you. Like,
What
okay.
did you think when? Because the villain throughout the movie is like every time he has his temper tantrum, he like kills his favorite goat or he like knocks the goat's horn off.
It was kind of
So
stupid.
The end, the goat fucking stabbed
The
him in
goat,
the leg with his
yeah.
one
that was
good
good.
horn.
That was good.
I mean,
Well, what's to stop the goat from knocking the other dude off the cliff too?
it was
Like,
a little anticlimactic though, to be
the
honest.
goat doesn't
yeah.
know any better. I'm gonna knock this fool off the edge too.
Yeah. Again, a good movie for being the origin of the Kingsman. Hopefully the last Kingsman movie, to be honest. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 though. I was entertained, but I don't think any of it had to be cut out. It just dragged at the beginning. It dragged quite a bit.
Yeah.
It dragged quite a bit. The whole father-son thing dragged. Daddy,
That
let me
did
go
drag,
to the
yeah.
army. No, you cannot go to the army. Daddy, I'm gonna go to the army.
I'm
over and
trying to
over.
place your accent, and I'm having trouble. I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring
you're
out
right.
where they're from.
Austrian.
Daddy.
His killing was a surprise. The killing of the son was a surprise because they built up so much of the father protecting son, and then
Now he's dead.
And then he like Lafayette said, he beat Rasputin. I'm like, all right, dude, we're starting this damn secret society. You want in? You just,
And that's what
Like, no, I want to go to basic training.
and that's what I didn't
$9 a
understand.
month.
They built it up like you said, like it was to the point where I thought he was the main star of the movie in the end. I thought he was going to be the hero.
He should have been.
Right.
He should have been.
You
I
know,
mean, it would have been more believable.
No, I did like that they killed him only because it was like, whoa, what the, and it kind of gave the dad more purpose to finish the job. But I don't know. It's just like I said, I give it a 3. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Hopefully, it's the last Kingsman. What's your score, Marie?
I don't like the Kingsman movies, so I'm gonna give it a 0. Or can I give it a 0?
You can't.
Sure, you
Got to
can.
give it a 1 through 5.
I'm gonna give it a 0.5.
Hey, you can give it a 0.5. There you go. All right.
Little
I'll take
something,
Marie's word on it. It's actually on Hulu and HBO Max right now if you want to watch it. So you have options to watch that movie streaming. Next week, The Batman comes out.
Yay.
How many have already got their tickets are going to see it on their opening weekend? Carlos rose his hand. He doesn't speak. Johnny?
Probably won't see it on the opening weekend.
Because the baby. I know. I understand.
Yeah.
That
Hugh?
better be the excuse.
Probably not the first weekend.
Okay. Marie?
Mm-mm.
Marie, what's the next movie you're going to go watch in the theaters? Avatar 2?
Whatever's on YouTube.
Yeah, they're gonna start putting YouTube videos out on.
Wow.
I think the last movie I saw, I think was Sausage Party, right? Or Wiener
Oh,
Party.
that's a hilarious goddamn
Wiener
movie.
Party. That's it.
It's Sausage Party. You're right. It's a funny goddamn movie.
Yeah, I don't know what theater you were at. Let's start with which theater you were at, because Wiener Party and Sausage Party are probably 2 different movies.
Yeah, that's a funny movie though. It's pretty good.
It's not.
No, it's funny.
It's
When I first
not.
saw the movie, I
It's
was laughing
not.
my ass off the first time I saw that movie. Oh,
I
man, that was
cringed
good.
a lot.
It was a lot of cringing.
Yeah,
a lot of like,
cringing.
ooh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's the jokes are
Immature. They're like for
they're so,
high school
like-
They're
boys, like
sophomoric.
Lafayette.
like the
Exactly.
thing is, you guys don't have a sense of humor. You guys are like, oh, daddy, send me to the army, daddy.
Oh, I love daddies.
What?
Fuck.
Whoa, it's a whole different topic.
We don't have enough time for this.
Yeah, she's on Grinder right now.
The grinder finder.
Yep. That's right.
Doggy.
Oh, Johnny's showing his dog on screen. I think his
That's a
dog's
cute
name
baby.
is. What's your dog's name?
BD.
DD.
BD.
like-
Just call him D.
Yo, D, what's up?
You're hurting my head. You're
All
hurting my
right,
head.
so that's pretty much our show because we have a dog that showed up. That means we're done.
Oh shit, where's the baby?
And, where's the baby? Where's Emma?
Put this dog down.
The baby's in the doghouse.
Oh no!
I think she's in the crate. Fuck.
Yeah, drop that.
I'm the worst dad.
Marie, since you haven't been here for 5 weeks, anything you'd like to talk about before we vacate the premises?
I have nothing.
Wow, really? This whole time off, you just been like just listening to the show, telling these guys are so good. When I come back on, I
Marie
have
has not
nothing
been
to
listening
say.
to the show because
Yep,
if she was,
I
she'd be
listen.
so pissed. I've been talking so much shit about you for the past month and a
Yes.
half.
Yeah, he actually does
Oh,
your
I'm
bye. When
popular.
we do the whole everybody say bye at the end, he does it for you.
Oh,
Yeah, he goes bye.
he probably does it better than me.
Yeah, he does. People have written into us. I thought Marie wasn't on the show. All right, well, that's pretty much it then. You guys hear about Russia and Ukraine? All right,
Yes.
next time on Nerds Talking About.
Jesus.
We could go on that, but Carlos doesn't like politics and it'll get crazy and
It will. That'll take up a half hour by itself.
yeah, exactly. Anyway, tune in next week. Actually, won't be next week, will it? It'll be 2 weeks from now when we talk about Batman, our big Batman show. But I think we have guests in 2 weeks as well. So
2 weeks or next week?
Ams and Cat from
Who
the
are the
Two Hot Wives podcast.
Two Hot Wives podcast.
It's a show about people in open marriages.
Correct.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting
Fantastic.
show. Okay.
I've got a lot of questions coming up for
Ooh.
them.
Oh, because you
so-
want to know how that works? I hear you. I hear you.
how do I convince my wife?
Well, she's out of town. So your marriage is open right now.
Anything, period. Not just the open marriage thing, but just anything.
Just anything.
How
That's
do I
all.
convince her to make me a sandwich?
Wow. Buy the bread, the meat, put it in front of her, get to work.
Perhaps I should get a second opinion before I get a punch in the face. And make me sit here and eat all these old ass M&Ms.
And then let me plug a show that I was on, another podcast that I was a guest on. It's called Inspirational Talk with Laura Simmons. It's on any outlet, so check it out.
You're having an inspirational talk.
That's a show I was on. Yeah.
Right. You're on a show called Inspirational Talk.
I have more questions as well.
Oh, you gotta hear it.
Title
You
does
gotta
not match
hear it. It's good.
Do they know who they invited?
They do.
Put the headphones on him.
I
Put
know
the
this.
headphones
I mean,
on him.
I mean, I know the host of the show.
Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Hurting for guests.
Mhm.
Cool. So I don't know. That plug right there didn't make me want to listen to the show.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, he does, because now you're more intrigued.
I don't think you have
I'm on a
anything
show
inspirational
called
to say.
Inspirational
You have
Talks.
not said one smart thing since I've known you.
Remember when I told you how women shouldn't get paid like men?
Oh, good God. Trying to get me canceled, dog? Come on. You say shit like that on their podcast?
Soccer. Oh, that's hilarious. That's a funny.
So how many
sport.
episodes in are they? Was that their first episode? Because I'm guaranteeing it's their last episode.
I can tell you if it's their first, it's their highest rated one. All right. Well, if no one has anything else, anything before we go, Johnny, anything else?
I got nothing else. I got to go.
Hugh
take care of a
McCord.
baby.
I got nothing. I'm just going to show Maria a photo. She'll like it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Another dick pic.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god!
Wait, did you say? Did you say? I'm sure
Ray
she
makes
likes
it look
it, or
prestigious.
I hope she likes it.
God.
Show it to her and then
I
say,
didn't say
send me
that.
money. People are
Now,
out to
I
get
kind
me
of feel
because
like
my
now
dick
we have
pic.
to all wait to see this picture before we
Well,
get
no,
off.
it has to do with.
Hey, if
with
it's a
him.
dick pic, tell me.
I'm
Does
just
it
saying
lean to
we're
the
waiting.
left or does it lean to the right?
We're waiting for this picture.
Well,
And why
no,
is
it
it?
has to do with him. So
Okay, what are we looking at here? I can't
is
see
that?
it. Get closer to
I
the
can't see
camera,
it.
The worst
please.
dick pic. You need a
Higher,
new phone.
higher,
dude. What's
higher.
going on
Okay,
here?
stop.
Oh, it's a pussy.
Oh,
it's just
Not a
pussy.
dick pic, it's a pussy.
he's taking a nap in our bed.
He is
Aw,
a kitty
what a
cat sleeping in the
baby.
bed like a human. All right. That's our show. Thanks for tuning in.
You can't inspire them all, Lafayette.
Right? Thank you. Can't inspire them all. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the Podcast. For Hugh,
See ya.
for Johnny,
Bye.
for Marie,
Bye.
for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. We'll see you next time on Nerds Talking the Podcast.